Hey guys, it's Kinsey Wog. Welcome back to another video. It's gonna be kind of loud because I am right next to the highway. So it's been minutes since I've recorded. I smacked a cinder block on the highway a little while ago. I had to do my inner and outer tie rod on the driver's side up front, and I also had to do my front control arm. I think that's which one it is. I don't really know exactly, but that's just the quick stuff I had to do. I also did a bit of work to the outside of the car, so I'm going to show you guys that too. And then today I'm going to be doing rearward control arms on both sides up front, and then our lower ball joints both sides, and then coils all around. And then I'm also going to do the other control arm that I did whenever I messed up the car on the right side as well. So yeah, I'm going to give you guys a little tour of the car. So this is what she's looking like now. Literally totally different. Got some new rims. I got her wrapped a gold pearl white. I mean, you can see it a little bit, kind of hard to tell on the camera, but you can see it like right down there. I also got some new headlights, new fog lights, and then I got some window visors. I did get a new little body kit put on, so I got new side skirts, a new front bumper, a new rear bumper, little roof wings, new tail lights. The bumper came with the diffuser, new tail lights right there, and then a little spoiler. Yeah, so it looks totally different now. Everything here, I got the coils, I have the rearward control arms, the other control arm, and then the ball joints. I've got some things that I think will help, some jacks, some stands, little impact, some sockets, more sockets and stuff, some ratchets. I don't know if I'm going to use this, but this is helpful to separate things, and then a ball joint separator, and then torque stick, all that stuff. Yeah, so we can get started. For now, we're going to go ahead and do the worst part, which is the front. Just going to be recording the right side also, so I'm going to insert a clip of all the tools that you're going to need. I did go through and rewatch it, wrote down a list. I'm going to include the list somewhere on the screen here so that you guys could look at it, take a screenshot of it, whatever. That's everything that you're going to need. And I know I stopped recording at a point whenever I was doing the rear. The phone just cut out. I didn't realize it was kind of a pain. And we used pry bars from the top and then also the bottom to try and shove it out. It wasn't the easiest to do, but it worked. So first thing I'm going to be doing is taking off the lug nuts. Oh, mine's a 19. Yours is probably a 21 if you have stock lug nuts. So we're going to be changing these struts and putting the coils in. We're also going to be taking this control arm out down here and replacing it. And then we are also going to be changing the rearward control arm as well as our lower ball joints. So it's these right here. On the rears, we're just going to be doing the coils. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and loosen this sway bar link bolt so I can go ahead and get that out the way. So that is a 17, I believe. So let's go ahead and loosen that. Okay, so now we're going to take out this bolt right here. This one is a 14, sorry. Now, these ones like to twist. So I'm going to stick a Allen key in here, and then I have a 14mm wrench that I'm going to put on it to take it off. Alright, so it is a 5 whatever Allen key. I don't know the measurements for them, but yeah, stick an Allen key in there. There we go. So we got that. Just know that the bottom's a 17, the top is the 14. And then we should just be able to pop that guy out. Got the link out. Okay, so now what I like to do so I don't forget what I'm doing, put the Z-bolts back where they belong. So now we got the link out the way. We're gonna go ahead and work on taking the rearward control arm out. We're gonna go ahead and start with these 2 bolts here. So it's 1 and 2. It's the only 2 bolts that are right down here. Those are both 19s, so let's go ahead and take those out. Okay, so now that we have those 2 bolts out for the rearward control arm, I'm gonna go ahead and take off that top bolt. That is a 17. Let's go ahead and take that part out now. Okay, so we're taking this bolt out right here. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the pin that's down here so that I can work on taking that apart. Alright, so this bolt right here is a 19. You're gonna take that off. Okay, so while we're over here, we're gonna go ahead and loosen this one. That's a 17. Goes over here to the tie rod. So you got a little pin you gotta take out again. I really didn't want to take off the caliper, but it looks like the caliper's gonna have to come in. Okay, so that is a 14. Up right there. Right here is a 17. Have the bolt right here that needs to come out. So this right here, what's it say? And then next you got a 12mm right on top that you gotta take off. Okay, bam, so I took off the last bolts, got this jacked up here. I have that up on a bungee now. This is pretty much ready to come off, just gotta separate it from here. Now for the rearward control arm, we got 2 bolts here that we gotta take off, 1 and 2. Okay, so those are both 14s. So there's that. So I just took out this little bolt right here. It was just a 10 just to get this little cover out the way. So now you gotta take this bolt out right there. Okay, yeah, so mold's definitely a 19. Okay, so now that we have everything out pretty much except for the strut, I'm gonna go ahead and pop the hood so we can work on taking that out. So once you get the hood popped, you got your... Okay, so those bolts are definitely a 12. Now you have to take off this speed sensor, so it's just a 10. now am just kind of getting things set up to be ready for the coils to go in. So I just went ahead and kind of screwed in the top part of the control arm, so whenever it goes in I can easily set that up. I'm gonna go ahead and slide in the rearward control arm as well, so whenever that's ready, like whenever the bracket's ready, I can easily slide that in. But I'm not tightening everything down just yet, just getting everything ready for things to go back. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't record that, but this bolt just easily lines up after you've done lifted this up a little bit, and we can now remove this easily still too. And then for your control arm, whenever you take off the old one, little boot on the other side of it that you want to take off and put onto your new one, they typically don't come with them, and then slide it up in there. And then also make sure that you slide the little locking thing back in there as well. Okay, now and the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and screw the ball joint into here, and then I'll go ahead and put the coil in and then get everything tightened down and put back together. So I'm gonna go get the ball joint. Okay, so your ball joints go in like this. Okay, so now we are ready for the coil. I have this bolt right here. It's a 17. It looks good, yeah. Okay, so this is why I'm changing my struts to coils, because it's blown, so, you know. Alrighty, so now we're ready to put the coil in. They are already kind of lowered, so I think that the fit is going to be pretty much perfect, and I'm not going to have to do any adjusting, but we'll see. Just going to shove it in there. That's good. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I got those hand tight up there. God damn, that bit look. Okay, so for now, I'm just going to continue putting things back together. So we got this bracket that goes in like this. Remember, you got that 12 that goes on the top on the other side, so we got to put it in like that. Okay, so, well, I put the bracket on. This is the 12 that is supposed to go on top on this bracket. gotta unscrew this little thing right here on the coils so that we can put the speed sensor into it. Alright, now just make sure everything's tight, and then make sure you got the pins and everything. The last pin I need to put in is this pin right here. Don't have that in there yet, so that's the last thing I need to do. And then just put the wheels on, and then bam, that's how you do it. And then we're gonna do the back. So now to put the wheel back on. This side just didn't get the control arm, but everything else was done. Okay, so now we're just gonna drop the car down, torque the wheels. Torque spec for these cars on the wheels is 76, but I'm doing 100. And then we'll do the back, and then we'll adjust if needed after we take it on a drive and make sure everything's okay, because we're doing a lot more than just coils here right now. You might want to put a piece of wood under it just in case you can't get the jack out. Boom, look at that. It looks so good. Okay, so it has been, what, I don't know, it's like 1, started around like 10. So it's been like 3 hours. But yeah, looks good. So far, so good. We just gotta do the rears. For the rear, so I'm gonna start by taking that top clip off. It's just a little clip like this. I have a little puller here, so it just grabs it like that. You can use a screwdriver, probably put it through, pop it through. Yeah, so this whole thing's kind of gonna want to come down. Goddamn. 1, 2. Still doesn't want to move. For these ones, I'm shoving my pliers up in here so that I can lift it up enough to shove these behind it so that I can then wiggle it out. Where that went? No idea. Unscrew this one. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move this stuff out of here. I took that out of the trunk. I took both those covers out of the trunk. And now I'm gonna go ahead and just take off that tin right there, and then that tin right there, and then just pull out the whole thing. Okay, well, don't be like me. You need to take out this clip and then you can pull it out. I broke that right there. Okay, anyway, so now I should be able to just come out. Boom. And then you have your top view of the coils right there. Or struts now. It's soon to be coils. So that's that. Then you gotta just jack the cutter up and take the wheel off and get to doing that. So we're gonna do that now. On the rear, we got 1 bolt down there. That is probably a 19. Obviously, it goes up into the top, which, and a trunk, which is probably the 14s. Okay, well, I just unscrewed this bolt right here for the link. It's a 12 on both sides. I held a ratchet on the other side while I drilled that shit off, and then it let it move a little bit. Oh, fuck, I can't do it anymore, but it let it move a little bit more. So now hopefully we can move it enough to shove this shit out. Okay, so now that we finally have that shit out, we just got to slide the new one in. I'm gonna be on top and screw in the screws. It has new screws, yeah. Alright, getting that there. So that is up in there. Yeah. Now I just put the wheel back on. Okay, honestly, I'm super happy with it. I mean, it took a pretty long time and was quite a bit of headache, but it looks so good. Not to do any adjusting. It's just all set up pretty. I mean, the fitment's like perfect without any adjustments. Honestly, in my opinion, I'm just gonna ride on it, see how I feel about it. But yeah, we got all the old stuff here. Whew. What a fucking project. Honestly, I think that's the most I've done with this car. And also, I'm leaving the covers off because they do have these adjusters here, high and low. Typically, you keep it on high whenever you're tracking, I think, and like soft, I don't really know. So I'm just gonna leave it open so that I can adjust it as I want. Yeah, so there you go. Good luck. And real quick, just wanted to give you guys a little update. Car drives great. I wasn't able to get it aligned at like a normal shop like Goodyear or whatnot. It's either a specialty shop or a dealership that you're going to. But car drives great, feels great. I didn't do any adjusting. I don't think I'm going to. Just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And yeah, let me know if there is anything else that you guys might want to see more of on my channel. I went to Formula Drift this past weekend, so I'm going to make a little vlog out of that. I don't know if that's something that you guys would be interested in seeing more of, but so yeah, just let me know if you guys have any other ideas. Thank you for watching.